How's it, everybody? This is about the smell of spirits. Probably the easiest way to detect if you're being visited is that you smell them. And I think most people will recognize like their parents, their mother's perfume, or their grandmother's perfume, or something that they associate with that particular person that was specific to them. um, I get a lot of those. Kevin can never ever smell them, but I actually think that maybe that has a lot to do with he doesn't have the best sense of smell anymore. I mean, he can't smell the sulfur from the volcano. He can't smell things that the neighbors are doing, like barbecuing or something like that. So he doesn't have the best sense of smell anymore, but I do, and um, we can usually identify, or I can, who is visiting by what it smells like. A good example would be when my father-in-law comes. I keep saying we, I smell Vitalis. And Vitalis is this old school stuff that, like, stuff you used to put in your hair. And that was sort of his generation. Um, when I smell limu, which is seaweed, to people who aren't familiar, um, it's my mom. And because she could always smell the limu when we were growing up, she could always smell the ocean when the limu was in. Um, and so when she comes, a lot of times it's limu. Now it used to be perfume and ginger and things like that, but it changes. Uh, and I did a logo for a guy who lived on the East Coast, and uh, he he has ties to Hawaii, but I never met him before, and he wanted me to do this logo for his business, and he wanted it to be including his wife, who had passed on some of those things that were important to them. And so I of course, didn't know the wife. She had passed on, and I didn't know this man other than talking to him on the phone. And while I was doing this logo, which took me maybe a couple of weeks, I kept smelling baked goods, like a bakery. My house would smell like it all of a sudden. And, I'm not baking anything, so I don't know what it is. I'd come downstairs, down here into my studio, and the whole place would just smell like somebody just took a bunch of stuff out of the oven. Well, come to find out, she wasn't a baker by profession, but she loved to bake and baked all the time. So yeah, she was kind of a pest, actually, pesky spirit that I had to ask her to go away so I could work on this logo, because she was very chatty about what she wanted. Um, so, like I said, if I don't know immediately who it is, I usually find out not too long after that what the smell is and who it's related to. Well, they've usually been um, not always really not pleasant or unpleasant, just sort of just associated. Uh, but a couple of weeks ago, Kevin and I, it was early evening, and we have two couches, and they're set up like this. And Kev was laying on this couch over here, and I was sitting up on the arm of the other couch. So his head was over by towards where my feet would have been. Uh, all of a sudden, the foulest stinkest, oh my God, smell. Oh, right in front of me. And it smelled like, well, the first thing I said, Kevin, do you smell that? And he said, no, he never does. I said, it smells like a sewer. It smells like a sewer. And I started moving around. I moved over towards where he was to see if the smell was over on that side too. Nothing. Clear over there. I moved back away from the couch. Didn't smell it. It was right in front of where I was sitting. And it was, oh my God. It was like somebody had shit up in front of my nose. And it fucking stunk. It made me gag. And it was like, I was waving it, trying to get it away. And then it started to subside a little bit. And then it came back, just as strong the second time. And I was so pissed. And I kept telling Kevin, I'm like, I can't believe you don't smell that. It fucking stinks. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I've never had a spirit do that before. And the first impression that I got, I was just really pretty pissed and really wasn't thinking of the impression, just angry that a spirit had done this. And so then after it subsided, I felt what felt like a young, not a boy, maybe early teenage. That's kind of the impression that I got. Tall and lanky with light colored hair over here. And what it made me think of right away was like, you know, when you're a kid and one of your siblings like holds you down on the couch and like grabs your own hand and smacks you with it, and they do something like, you know, oh, why are you hitting yourself? It was like that kind of thing. It was like a sibling had held me down, although I wasn't constrained, and farted on me. It fucking pissed me off so bad. And I was like, no, get out. And then it subsided. But it was, oh God, it was awful. And then after I sent him away, because I know it was a male, then I kind of felt bad because I felt like he was kind of just being, you know, just being that kind of, you know, playing around. But if your older sibling ever did that to you, you know how bad it pissed you off, right? So that was kind of the spirit feel, was like I had sent him away and he was kind of like, you know, like hanging his head kind of a thing. So that's the stinky ass spirit that came to visit. Hasn't come back, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it very much. Aloha.